Embers of Achievement, Navigating the Path of Burnout Comparison. In a vibrant city known for its relentless pace, there lived a dedicated yet increasingly fatigued project manager named David. At 42, David's life was a whirlwind of deadlines, meetings, and constant pressure to excel. Surrounded by high-achieving colleagues and bombarded with stories of success on social media, David often found himself trapped in a cycle of burnout comparison, measuring his productivity against others' achievements. David's day would start before sunrise and end long after sunset. He admired his peers who seemed to flourish under pressure, wondering why he struggled to keep up. His internal monologue was harsh: "If they can do it, why can't I?" This relentless comparison slowly eroded his confidence and amplified his stress. One evening, after a particularly grueling day, David found himself sitting alone in his dimly lit living room. He scrolled through his LinkedIn feed, each post a reminder of his perceived inadequacies. That's when he stumbled upon a webinar titled "The Myth of Constant Productivity: Understanding Your Energy Levels," hosted by Dr. Laura, a renowned counseling psychologist. Intrigued and desperate for a change, David signed up. The webinar was a revelation. Dr. Laura spoke about the dangers of burnout comparison and the importance of recognizing and respecting individual energy levels. "Success is not a one-size-fits-all," she said. "It's about understanding your own rhythms and working in harmony with them." Inspired, David decided to seek Dr. Laura's help. In their sessions, Dr. Laura introduced David to the concept of energy management. She explained how unrealistic expectations, fueled by comparison, could lead to burnout. David learned to identify his peak productivity times and the importance of rest. Together, they worked on setting realistic goals. Dr. Laura encouraged David to celebrate small victories and to understand that rest and rejuvenation were not signs of weakness but essential components of success. She introduced him to mindfulness techniques and the concept of work-life integration. Gradually, David began to implement these changes. He started to respect his need for downtime, scheduling breaks throughout his day. He found solace in quiet evenings, reading, or practicing mindfulness. Slowly, the constant chatter of comparison in his mind began to quieten. Months passed, and David noticed a shift in his perspective. He was still dedicated to his work, but he no longer felt the need to measure his worth against others' achievements. He began to appreciate his unique contributions and respected his journey, with its ebbs and flows. At work, David's new approach didn't go unnoticed. His colleagues began to comment on his calmer demeanor and his ability to stay composed under pressure. Some even came to him for advice, and David found a new sense of purpose in mentoring others about managing energy and avoiding burnout. As David's understanding deepened, he started a blog to share his experiences. The blog resonated with many in their 30s and 40s, offering a fresh perspective on success and productivity. David's story became a source of inspiration, a beacon for those caught in the cycle of burnout comparison. In his 50s, David looked back on his journey with a sense of fulfillment. He had transformed his relationship with work and success. The overwhelming need to compare and compete had given way to a more sustainable, self-aware approach to productivity. David's story spread, touching the lives of many who found themselves in the shadows of comparison. He became a sought-after speaker, sharing his insights on energy management and the importance of individual well-being in achieving success. Through his journey, David had not only found a way out of burnout comparison but had also become a role model in his own right. He showed that success was not just about achievements and accolades, but about understanding and respecting one's own rhythms and needs. In the end, David's greatest achievement was not a project completed or an award won, but the wisdom he gained and shared, the understanding that true productivity comes from aligning with one's own energy and recognizing that rest and rejuvenation are not just part of the journey to success, but its very foundation.